Hello everyone, my name is Miss Erin Collins. I'm going to talk about the possible inclusion of the online learning space of Edmodo in the classroom. So just a bit of an introduction here. We've all read Prensky's 2008 famous article stating that today's students are the first to grow up in a world where ICTs are universal, and he's even termed them digital native students. So this means that ICT shapes students' expectations and their abilities to access, acquire, manipulate, construct, create, and communicate pretty much all their information. By creating an ICT-rich environment in schools, especially with the aid of the laptops provided by the New South Wales Digital Education Revolution, students and teachers will be able to utilise these very new and very exciting technologies for improved student learning. So I've just got a slide here on Bloom's taxonomy, saying Bloom's taxonomy blooms digitally. Bloom's taxonomy was written in 1955, but churches in 2008, updated it to include more ICT related skills. I've just got some of these here, but I'm not going to go through them all. I wanted to sort of pinpoint the collaborating and networking, which is what we'll be talking about, and it's quite higher up in the higher order thinking skills of evaluating. So a little about learning spaces. The social nature of learning is enhanced in spaces that encourage both formal and informal communities. From the learning spaces framework, they've also stated that spaces shape and change practice, and engaging, adaptable spaces energize students, teachers, and the community. Well-designed learning spaces inspire creative and productive and efficient learning. So some of the benefits of these online learning spaces can be that it actually connects the home, school, and the community. There's also increased flexibility of learning. It also supports learning outside of the normal school day and actual physical barriers. And it also empowers students to increasing their involvement in their learning. So what is Edmodo actually? So it's what we call a PLE, or a personal learning environment, or also known as a personal learning network, which actually makes the classroom more into a community. Edmodo describes in their About section that it provides students and teachers with a secure place to connect and collaborate, share content and educational applications, access homework, grades, class discussion and notifications. Their goal is to help educators harness the power of social media to customize the classroom for each and every learner. So there's actually 12 million teachers and students connected globally by Edmodo, and the design of Edmodo combines elements from Facebook, MySpace, Blogger, Twitter, and other online communities such as Blackboard and Moodle. So some of the Edmodo features. I was going to run you through the Edmodo page, but I think it would take too long for the presentation, so I'm just going to list them here. Edmodo is actually a free program. It takes only a couple of minutes to sign up. It's easy for teachers to instantly create a group with a security code, so it's actually incredibly safe. No other students can access that group except for your students. Teachers can post messages to either just one student or multiple. They can copy and embed files, videos, assignments, or educational links to these posts quite easily. And then the students will receive a notification for this post, just like on Facebook, which is quite exciting for the student. Filters allow for the organisation of your message feeds into certain categories. Say if you wanted to categorize all your videos or your assignments that you've given to students. After setting an assignment, of course, teachers can then check the status of the students in what's called the grade book. You can see how well your students have done in little pop quizzes and everything. And the setting page also allows students to choose their own avatar. There's some quite cute little avatars that they can choose from, or they can even upload their own picture, which you'll see that I've done. So this is just a screen grab that I've taken from my Edmodo screen. You can see that I've chosen my picture in the top left corner and my name, Miss Collins. Further down, you can see that the groups you can join or create, and there's also a communities that you can browse. Then in the middle of the page, you can post either a note, alert, assignment, quiz, or poll. You can also embed your videos in this area. Further down, there would usually be a feed, but I haven't really started up my page yet because I haven't had any students to add. And on the far right, you can send invitations to other teachers and students, and it's also where your notifications are. You see there, I've got one new connection. That will be where you've got new friend requests and things like that. So you can see that the whole look to Edmodo is exactly like Facebook, which I think would appeal very much to the students. So just some benefits of Edmodo. It's basically the students and teachers' best friend. As I said, it appeals to their social networking websites as it's so very similar. It's incredibly easy to use and make your way around the site. It's easy to manage and organise for teachers. It allows teachers to actually facilitate, model and mediate their student learning, and it facilitates mobile learning via portable ICTs, which are incredibly popular right now for students, such as laptops, iPads, iPhones and Android devices. So Edmodo actually has its own application that they can download and have on their mobile device as well. So in conclusion, I just wanted to list some benefits of including new ICTs into school. This article by Hep and et al. In 2004 states that a new society requires new skills and students need to be proficient in ICT use. It's obviously here to stay and it's going to ever increase, so schools need to keep up. There's also a productivity enhancement, so ICT should be fundamental management tools in schools, so we should be using them to manage our classrooms. There's also a quest for quality learning. Schools should constantly revise and improve teaching practice for lifelong learning for their students. And to finalise, ICTs improve the access and delivery of student education. I hope that you've enjoyed this presentation, and I hope you really consider implementing Edmodo into the classroom. I believe that would be incredibly beneficial for student learning. Thank you.